So last video, while we are discussing about this displacement time graph second condition, that means body in uniform motion. So we have already discussed about what is the characteristic of that graph, and what is the characteristic, that is it will be a straight line inclined to time axis. This will be the characteristic of this graph. But I said you this graph will be helpful for you for something. What is that? I can find out the velocity from displacement time graph. But how I can find the velocity from displacement time graph? That's important. So how can I find? I can find the velocity by finding the slope of this graph. You can see that this graph is inclined. So that means it is having the slope. Okay. So if I find the slope of this graph, then that will be helpful to find what is the velocity. So that's it. This is important to remember here. How you can find the question, like how you can find velocity from displacement time graph. You can write down velocity. How you can find? By finding the slope of displacement time graph. Displacement time graph. Okay. So how to find the velocity? By finding the slope of displacement time graph. Okay, you understood how to find the velocity? By finding the slope. But the question arises here, how to find the slope? Okay. Now, to find the slope, you can choose any 2 points on this graph. Let's suppose I am naming these points. Okay, so this is point O, this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. So, I have plotted these points, I named it. Okay, so this is A, B, C, D. Okay, so all these are the different points. Even this is origin O. Out of all these points, you can only choose any 2 points on this graph. Any 2 points, that is of your choice, any 2. So let's suppose I have taken B and C, these 2 points. So first, what you have to do? You have to choose any 2 points. Then what you have to do? Draw perpendicular from the point C and the displacement axis, even from the point B and the displacement axis. Okay, so see like this one. Similarly, draw perpendicular from B on the time axis, drop the perpendicular from the point C on the time axis. You have dropped here. Now let's just I am just taking this line little forward, so that what happens, this line is intersecting this line at some point. Now this point let be taken as your E point. Now look at what I have done. I have drawn, first thing what I have taken here, 2 points on the graph, any 2 points, so I have taken B and C. From B I dropped a perpendicular on this Y axis or displacement axis. Even from the point C also I have dropped it perpendicular on the displacement axis. Even from the same 2 points, I have dropped 2 perpendicular on the time axis also, from B and from C. Okay, and this line, I am just making it a little forward this side, so that it will intersect this line, and the point of intersection I have named it as E. So here, this BCE is making a what? It is a right angle triangle it is making. BCE is a right angle triangle. Okay. Now, anyway, so where you are finding the slope. So let's talk about the slope. Now the slope's formula is what? Change in y-axis, or that is taken as what? Delta y divided by delta x. So you remember, this is not only meant for this only displacement time graph. Any graph you will find. So the formula for the slope is the same. What? Delta y. Delta y means what? This is change in y-axis. Okay. And what is delta x stands for? This is change in x-axis. Okay. So change in y by change in x is called a slope. So let's find out what is this delta y value. Actually in my figure BCE triangle, what I got, change in y-axis is this one. This one, okay, or this is CE. CE length divided by, what is that? Change in x-axis, x-axis the time. So change in time is this one, that is BE. by B in my figure. Now let's substitute the length of this one or the magnitude of this one. Now what is C's magnitude? See, it is parallel to this one. And what is that? C's position is 6. I am writing this is 6 minus what is E's position corresponds to? This is 4. Divided by, similarly look at for the BE, E's position corresponds to 6 minus B's position corresponds to 4 in the time axis. So this is 6 minus 4 will be 2. So this is actually, we are talking about displacement. So this is 2 meter. And this is the time axis. So 6 minus 4 is 2 seconds. So this is 2 by 2 is nothing but your 1 meter per second. So this 1 meter per second, okay, so that is the velocity. So velocity of the body is what? That is 1 meter per second. Okay, this is how we can find the slope, and that is important. I said what? If you can find the slope of displacement time graph, then that will be giving you velocity. Now one more thing I will say here, if it would be distance time graph, because I said, because we are talking only about what? This is linear motion. If suppose it is a distance time graph, then in place of velocity, it should be written as speed. Okay, so distance time graphs, slope will provide you what? Speed. Displacement time graphs, it will be velocity. Actually this is velocity in the sense it is the magnitude of the velocity. Okay, its third case we will discuss displacement time graphs, that is in case of non-uniform motion. When body is in non-uniform motion, in that case what will be the displacement time graph? This is displacement in meter, time is in second, okay, this x-axis, this is horizon. So here it is non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion is what? Here, as per the definition, if the body covers unequal displacement in equal time. Okay? Unequal. So here the statement is what? Unequal displacement in equal time. So that is called as what? That is non-uniform motion. So let's take some points here. In the point table here, so I am taking the two things, one is time in second and displacement in meter. Okay, so let's start from the origin. Suppose when the time was 0, displacement was also 0. Okay, so here when the time is, let's suppose 2 seconds, the displacement become, let's suppose 10 meter. When the time is 4 seconds, the displacement become, let's suppose 12 meter. Suppose this is, okay, 15 meter. When the time is 6, it's equals to, let's suppose that is 20. So like that. So I have plotted some points here. So you can see here the time gap in all the cases are same. Is the displacement covered is same? 0 to 10 in the first 2 seconds. So 10 meters distance. So 10 to 15. So 5 meter is the difference here. So in next 2 seconds. 15 to 20, this is also 5 meter. Let's suppose taking I'm here is, let's suppose I'm taking this is 22, right? Now 15 to 22, so this is 7 meter. You can see here, time gap is set 0 to 2. A gap in the word, this is 2 seconds, so this is times 2 second gap. And what is the displacement here? 10 meter. Next 2 to 4 again in this slot 2 to 4. So here it is what? 2 second gap. But 10 to 15, what is that? Displacement in this case, this is 5 meter. Similarly, in the next slot 4 to 6. So this is also 2 second gap, but 15 to 22, this is 7 meter. So that means time is equal or interval of time is equal, but you can see the displacement covered is different. So in that case, if we will draw the graph, so the graph will never be a straight line. So let's check this one, 0, 2, 4, 6. Okay, so this is, let's suppose this is 10, suppose this is, okay, 5, 10, this is 15, 20. So let's suppose like this it is going. Now here put 0, 0 first one. Next is when it is 2 seconds, it is 10. So 2 seconds, it is 10. Okay. Now when it is 4 seconds, it is 15. 4 seconds, it is 15. 4 seconds, so it is 15. When it is 6 seconds, it is 22. 22 will come around some here. So you see that the graph what you will get here, it won't be a straight line. It will be never be a straight line, but will get a curve. Okay. So that's why in case of body non-uniform motion, your characteristic of this graph will be what? It is a non-linear graph. It is a non-linear graph. Okay. Or you can say it is a curve. Okay. So that is what the displacement time graph what we have discussed in all the three cases.